Hey, Grant Cardone here. Welcome to Real Estate Investing Made Simple. Whether you're watching on Facebook or listening on iTunes, I appreciate you joining me. Every Monday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I come to you to talk about, Johnny's pulling my stuff. I come to talk to you about real estate investing, how to make sense of it, how to make it work for you. Today, let me just report to you that today, as we speak right now, the stock market is off 186 points. The Nikkei is off 592 points. Friday, it was off 300. When I woke up this morning, the future said it would be off 500. Why am I telling you this? Because today I want to talk to you about stability, okay? Stability versus risk. Now, maybe you like drama in your life. Maybe you need drama in your life. When it comes to investing, and if you go back and listen to the last show, by the way, we have 85 shows sitting at iTunes right now waiting for you. Real Estate Investing Made Simple with the top 15 real estate shows on iTunes, and we haven't even promoted it. So anything you can do to help share the page, I would appreciate it. Please subscribe to the iTunes post. You can call in here, and I will answer your questions about your deals. We'll look at your deals. I just want to share with you right now, when you work hard all day, 8 hours a day, 9 hours a day, 10 hours a day, 5 days a week for 10, 15, 20, and 30 years, you're going to make two major mistakes when it comes to investing. You're either not going to invest. That's the number one mistake. You never invest, right? If I go and run a poll in my office right now, I'm going to ask how many people here are invested in the stock market. I'll guarantee you 90% of the people in my office, there's over 85 employees, have not invested in the stock market. It's too complicated, don't understand it. I see people investing. I hear about people investing. Okay, you hear about people making all this money, but most people don't do it because it's very complicated. The biggest mistake you'll make is you never do it. The second biggest mistake is that you will do it, and you'll lose your money. Okay, the show that I did last Monday was never lose money. Number two, never lose money. So I share with you the risk versus the stability. If you're going to invest, you want to invest in things you know, things that produce income, things that pay for themselves month in and month out, whether the market's going up or the market's going down. I own, what do we have now? How many? Almost 5,000 apartments. $750 million worth of real estate. I don't have up and down days. You're like, well, what if another 2008 happened? I would not have an up and down day. If the economy collapsed right now, if the stock market was off 9,000, if the whole thing went red, gold went up, Bitcoin crashed. By the way, Bitcoin's off about 13,000 points since its high. I don't have this drama in my life. I got kids. I got a marriage. I got 85 employees. I got enough drama in my life, right? Getting my kids to school. Somebody almost swiped me this morning and hit my car. I don't need drama with my money, right? So when you risk, remember, if you never do it, you're going to make a mistake. And if you do it and buy the wrong stuff at the wrong time, you're going to lose your money. So don't do that. So when I invest, I look at what's my risk and what's the stability. I need some stability, some certainty in my business. I need certainty and stability in my marriage. I need certainty and stability for my children. And certainly, if you need certainty and stability for your children, for your marriage, for your parents, for your community, wouldn't you want it for your money? So I need to figure out, how do I take a risk versus the stability of it, okay? What introduces that? What provides that? Does this provide that? What would you call this morning? Some computer reporting that things are up or down?
Yeah, it's servers telling you, computing.
The server reports to you, we're off 500, we're off 400, we're up 200. I don't have those reports. You understand? What I have is this, okay? At Cardone Capital, we are 75% funded at our fund. And this is why, okay? We buy hard assets, real assets. These are assets. Not like your house, okay? These are assets, number one. Number two, they produce income. Now, if the stock market's off, produce income. Taxes go up or down, okay? These properties still produce income. These are hard assets. I don't know if I can put up a picture of them, if I have any of my old images. But these are real properties, and that's why we're 70%, 75% funded, because people want to invest in something they understand, real pieces of real estate that produce real income. And whether the market goes up or the market goes down, the properties produce real income. We just closed on 507 units in Houston, Texas, 60 yards from a Whole Foods, 150 yards from the second largest Baptist church in Texas, and maybe 3 blocks from a Starbucks. There's 1,000 people that live on these 15 acres. These 1,000 people and their families pay rent every month. Every month we collect a rental check. If they don't pay us, for the safety of the community, we ask them to leave the property, okay? Over the next 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, my investors and myself will be paid while we wait for property to go up in value, okay? The image you see right behind me right here, we just bought in Orlando, Florida. It's going to make us 8%. 8% is stability. See, I get that check each month regardless, okay? I take the risk out of my investments, add the stability, and I wait to make 2 or 3 times on my money. When we come back from break, I'm going to tell you about a deal that I just did, 30 months ago? This deal will make me 358% on my money, and it's blowing everybody's mind. Stay right there.
Nico's Computer Engineering is at the front of everything digital and technology. With the most advanced use of Amazon Web Services, artificial intelligence to predict your next sale, learn how to predict what your customers will buy next, learn how to know and automate your whole business so you can do one thing, go make more money. Tim Clark is the guy to know, a thriving entrepreneur and the mastermind behind artificial intelligent sales processes. Get automated, make more money, and grow your business with Nico's. Learn more at nicosce.com. That's nicosce.com right now. If you are a contractor in any industry, grow your business with access to our national app registry. Find jobs and be found by customers all across the United States. Increase your job intake and grow your business. Pro Service Finder was built with the customer and the contractor in mind. It is a simplified app to get you more business. Find the best clients, find the best contractors, no hassle, just straight business. Take care of your business and your home today. Sign up right now at proservicefinder.com. That's proservicefinder.com. There is only one company to work for in the smart home industry, Skyline Security. Right now is looking for the best of the Grant Cardone following to join their team and expand financially and professionally. Go to joinskyline.com to register. Labeled by Inc. 5000 as the fastest growing company for the last 2 years in a row, you get to protect families, grow your wealth, and join a team of top producers. Skyline is looking for great people. Go to joinskyline.com. That's joinskyline.com to get started on a brand new 10x career path. Go to joinskyline.com to register. Bullfrog is here for 2018 to serve as you and your business at the highest levels of success. More communication, no drop calls, better integration, faster response time. Kill the desk phone and take your office mobile. Sign up for a free trial right now at bullfrog.net. That's bullfrog.net and join the world's #1 telecommunications company, bullfrog.net. Or email Ben at bullfrog.net or benrife@gmail.com. Email Ben at bullfrog.net or benrife@gmail.com.
Hey, welcome back. Grant Cardone here. Welcome back to Real Estate Investing Made Simple. I have Captain Real Estate Ryan here. And we work at Cardone Capital. We bring you this show. This show is sponsored by Cardone Capital, which is $750 million. What's the letters? The letters. The AU and AM.
Oh, the AU and
Assets under management.
Yeah. And look, so for me, the real reason I'm here is to bridge the gap between people who are just getting started and people at your level, right? So
we should post a little image of what Ryan looks like right now.
We
a little
should.
stick man image.
Let's do it. So if anybody has questions, they can email me at ryan@cardonecapital.com, but they could also get more information on the fund at cardonecapital.com. We're 75% funded. We only have 25% more, and we're super excited about the event coming up.
Less than that, actually, okay? And by the way, I could fund the rest of it right now if I wanted to. We closed 2 deals, 507 units, and 240 units. Almost 100, well, it's over 100 million, over $100 million worth of assets. This is what happens. I get the debt on this. Let's say it's $60 million worth of debt. It's more than that in this case, but I'm just going to give you the example, okay? We use the $40 million. Grant puts up the $40 million. I allow people to come invest with me. The fund's called Cardone Capital. We pay a 6% per month. I'm sorry, 6% per year, 6% per month. I'll be like, let's go! 6% per year, plus another distribution at the end of the year. But what we look at in every one of our investments is hard assets that provide us with stability, right? Okay, stability is a hard asset. Oops, hard assets. Okay, also we're looking for income. Now, I can't promise income every month, but we look for deals that give us a pretty good assurance that we're going to get income every month, all right? So I'll give you an example, okay? This $100 million, less $60 million in debt, we put $40 million down. We're going to call that E for equity, okay? We need this equity to earn at least 6% a year. You're like, 6% doesn't seem like much. We try to match that at the end of the year. My goal is, this is my goal. I can't promise it. I don't promise it to myself, and I can't promise it to you. We want to try to double that. So you get 10 or 12% on your money every year. So if you put $1 million down, you get paid $120. That'd be $10,000 a month. And my goal is that when we sell these assets, I want to 2x my money. Okay? So that when it's all over and everybody splits up everything and I give you yours and I take mine and I get my little piece for managing the deal and finding the deal and taking care of it and signing on the debt, I want you to have 2 to 3 times your money. And you're like, dude, that's impossible. Okay? All right, I'm going to tell you a deal right now. And every deal, by the way, for you real estate investors and for you guys that have been watching Bigger Pockets, my friend at Bigger Pockets, they cover a section, and Ryan knows more about this really than I do, and he can speak to it. They cover a section of real estate investing, and then I cover another section. I love what the guys at Bigger Pockets do, and we've had some great interviews over there. They're looking at 2 units, 4 units, right, Ryan? Can you speak to it?
Well, yeah, I mean, they're looking at more of like creating a job for themselves. So they're looking at single family houses, 2plexes, 4plexes, and they're looking to actually create equity, something like how I started out, right?
Yeah, most people start out.
Most people start out,
It's how I started out, one unit.
Yep.
I started out 1 unit. Everything was great. When they moved out, I had negative cash flow.
And it's not a bad way to start, but everybody always wants to
It's a terrible way to start, folks. Look, it's a terrible way to start. He's being political when he says that. It's an awful way to start. I started like that and I lost money. So if you think losing money is a good way to start, this is what your mama says. Take baby steps, little man. You be a little man, be a little man. You got to start somewhere. No, you don't have to start. You don't have to start losing. Let's start by cracking our head wide open. You don't have to lose money, man. If the deal's small, you're going to lose money. It's not going to give you stability, okay? So I'm going to take some callers. Go ahead and get our first caller on. I'm going to show you a deal that I did just 30 months ago.
So can I add something to that really quick?
Please.
So I agree with you right now because the market for the single family 2plex and 4plex is very, very high.
Yeah.
When I started in 2009, it was a great time for a young entrepreneur like myself.
It was a great time for somebody that was willing to take a risk.
That's right. But I was able to get all that equity, right? So a lot of people can't
because
start out
it's in the past.
units.
Because Ryan's looking backward saying, oh, what didn't I do something great?
Sure.
I'm going to show you what Ryan did, okay? Ryan took his deal, sold it, had $400,000 left over after taxes. Let me show you what Ryan did. Ryan knew he was at risk
100%.
and didn't have the stability. Why didn't he have stability? Because he didn't have scale. You have to have scale to have stability, okay? Just because a piece of property produces income does not mean, listen to what I'm telling you, just because a piece of income produces income does not mean you have stability. It means until you get scale, mass, you cannot possibly have stability. Warren Buffett does not diversify into other companies. He says, in fact, the only reason to diversify is because you don't know what you're doing. I know what I'm doing. So what do? I go buy 826 units in Nashville. I don't go buy 80 units or 8 units. This is the conversation I had with the guys at Bigger Pockets the last time I was on their show. Dude, I'll never do this. I wouldn't do it with your money or my money. And I'm not going to buy 80 anymore. I'm not going to do any of that when I can buy 826 because the more scale you get, the more stability you get because I got more doors paying me even when things get soft. So number one, I want scale. Most people can't buy scale. That's why we created Cardone Capital. We created Cardone Capital so you could participate in scale. Number two thing I get, okay, is I get income diversification. Now, what does that mean? It means I got a lot of people paying me, not a few people paying me, right? So even if the economy gets hammered, the third thing that we want to get is we want to get middle of the road income.
Can I add one thing to that when you're ready?
Oh man, I can't wait.
You always talk about.
What does that mean? These rents over there on that property are $800 a month, 906 I think is what they average.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
Control. You always talk about control.
Control. You want to control the neighborhood. You want to control more of the product than not. Okay, now we got a caller on. I'm going to take their call, but I'm going to show you what this property did, by the way. Okay, because it violated some of the things that we talk about. 826 units, and the income was only provided by 2 of the 4 deals. And I still bought the deal. 2 of the properties had income, and 2 of them, one of them like just started paying, and the second one, was a little bruised up for a while. Now, why would I do that deal? Because in this case, scale was more important than income. Now I'm going to tell you why that is. Because when I go to sell this deal, in this case, we put $8 million down to buy this deal. I let a couple of my friends in, including Captain Real Estate Ryan, Jared Glant, he works with me, a friend named Kerry Kasem, and an old friend from Houston, Texas. I let in these deals, all of which I told going in, look, guys, the income's a little fragmented on this deal. We might not hit 6% across the whole portfolio. I paid, what did I put, $8 million down?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We paid $63 million for this. Mm-hmm. Is that right, Ron?
Mm-hmm.
Got a great loan on it. The loan was already in place. By the way, it was a bad loan. It was a bad loan. Listen to what I'm telling you. It was a bad loan, and I still did the deal. And we're going to sell this deal for $95 million. Okay, that's a $32 million gain.
2 years later.
On $8 million. That's a 4X return. 400% before income. Let me talk to some peeps.
Frank in New York.
Boom, I wish I had a mic. Frank, what's going on, brother, man? I wish you were involved in this deal.
Listen, man, let's get it. This is what I'm talking about. Got Brian on the phone, too, here.
Good to talk to you, my friend. You got a deal or you got a question?
They called him.
Yep, 400 units in Killeen, Texas.
Oh, yeah. These are my friends from Killeen, man. I thought you guys hung up on me.
Nah, bro, you guys dropped us off, man. I tried to hit you back so many times, dude.
Yeah, okay, so what do you want to talk about? You want to talk about your deal or you got a question?
Yeah, I mean, really, we wanted to talk about the deal and get your thoughts on it. Like we talked about, the acquisition is $40 million total. That's the purchase price. And, yeah, we're putting together about $12 million in equity. Anybody that does the deal between cash and equity is going to double their money over the 5 years, 3 to 5 years.
Dude, why would I go with you when I'm getting 3 and 4X on my deals? Why would I do a deal with you in Killeen? So, because people are going to ask you this question, right?
Sure.
Why would I do that?
Well, it's based on the trailing 12. I mean, the pro forma is all based on the as-is performance. It's A-class. It's over 90% rented. It's the 2 properties are actually literally less than 3 minutes away from Starbucks and big box retail, et cetera. So
how big box? How big a box of retail?
Big box. We're talking that mall right there across the street. I forget the name exactly of it, but in the Regal.
Dude, you can't forget the name of the mall across the street from the deal you're looking at. You guys out there, you're gonna be pitching deals. You can't forget anything. You got to know your pitch, man. You got to be like, hey, man, I got a Walmart across the street, which tells me something. I got a Target across the street. Probably not part of the pitch you want to use. Go ahead.
This is Brian. There's a super. I've been there. There's a super Walmart, walking distance. Lowe's, almost right next door. Home Depot across the freeway, and then you got your plethora of all the restaurants, Chili's, whatever, Buffalo Wings, and all the primary retail running right along there.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so what's your question about the deal?
Well, Well, essentially, last where we left off, you were talking about the HUD loan, and you mentioned that investors might not like it. I mean, we're assuming it. We're starting the assumption process today. It's 3.1% interest amortized over 35 years. So, I mean, especially with what you're talking about a little while ago with the economy, and the likelihood of interest rates going up.
Yeah.
I mean, in everybody's mind over the next 30 plus years. I mean, as far as the exit, and when we get out of this thing in 3 to 5 years, what do you think about how it might appeal, or what an investor's thoughts? How do you look at that?
Well, okay, look, the only reason anybody's going to buy this deal from you is for income, period. It's not going to be, the HUD loan is going to be a problem, okay? Now, it doesn't mean I wouldn't do a HUD loan. I like the HUD loan because it takes a long time to assume the deal. That's for another conversation.
Buyer or seller?
Okay, as a buyer, I like a HUD loan because it takes me longer to get the deal because HUD's going to take a while. All right, okay. And look, I like the stability. But I need some risk in my deal too. I need the combination of stability and risk because I do want the upside. Now, you need to go to an investor that wants coupon, man. I just want to check. What are you going to pay on this deal? 6, 7, 8%?
Yep, Brian. You want to speak to that?
Yeah, I think about 8 to 10% over the hold period in cash flow.
Yeah, but what are you going to pay out? What are you going to pay out?
40.
Yeah, but what are you going to pay out? What are you really going to pay out?
Oh, that's the base. That's just the basic.
No, that's the promise. That's the promise that you're going to deliver before you sell this deal. What are you going to?
Oh no, that's the cash flow payout. That's the.
So what's the number? What's the number? The number's never blank to blank.
Oh, the cash on cash return will be growing because of the rent growth, but
okay.
The initial cash on cash return is 7%.
Okay, good. So you're going to pay 7%. So you just don't want to. You don't want to. You want to be able to tell people what they're going to get, man. Look, hey, it's a 7% cash flow. We're going to keep it 4 years, and then we're going to sell the deal. My question is going to be, who are you going to sell to? I got to assume the HUD loan. Okay, that's going to have 25, 30 years left on it. I'm going to have 32 years left on this loan 3 years from now. So like, do I want that loan?
On the HUD loan, the value of 3.1% interest would probably be pretty appealing to the end buyer.
It could be, brother. It could be. But let's go ahead and play this out all the way. Okay, now I'm taking a long break right here so everybody understands the complexity of the situation called the exit. The exit, you have to go into the future and figure out, okay, somebody's going to assume that $28 million loan. You have a loan. This thing is stuck together now, okay? 33 years from now, it's a freaking beautiful loan. Oh, man, oh, my God, it's so gorgeous. 3.1%, it is a beautiful loan. But here's the problem. For you to make money, dude, you got to sell for over $40 million, right?
Well, yeah, there's two separate deals. This deal is
no. I'm just saying, don't. Yeah, Brian, don't do two deals. Let's do one deal. Let's have one conversation here about one deal. It's two deals together, okay? So we're going to mash them together and we're going to serve one meal because you're going to raise that $12 million, and I'm thinking you're going to raise them on one deal. Let's just smash them together for conversation because it's already complicated enough. What do you think I can sell the whole package for 3 years from now? What is your prediction? What is your prediction? What can I sell this to?
What, 60?
What's your exit? Is it
Right.
45?
No. What did he say? I think he said 52.
Add them up here.
He said 50, right?
Them up.
He said 50, right, guys?
Well, we're adding them up. Hang on 1 second.
Good. No, he's got to do the math. You guys got to quit. You've had a freaking week to figure out your pitch. You guys have had 1 week to figure your pitch out, man. You guys got to figure your pitch out. By the way, let me give you a freaking slapping right here online, because this is better coming from me than an investor, right? They're going to see, because an investor's not going to tell you that you're an idiot. They're going to just be like, no, I'm not interested. That means the next buyer's got to come up with $22 million. This is the problem with your story. You're not going to get anybody that's going to put $22 million down on a $50 million deal for a HUD loan that they got 33 years left. Shit, Jesus only lived 33 years, man. Stay with us. You in the real estate made simple. And by the way, we keep it real right here.
This will be our third fund. It's a $40 million fund. So we're giving people a chance now to say, hey, I want to be involved in big, giant real estate deals that pay money. These are deals that are doing anywhere from 160 to 200% returns. You put $1 million into a deal and you're coming out with $2 to $3 million, but it's going to take 10 years. This is not get rich quick, okay? If you're taking notes, write this down. Don't do the get rich quick, man. Go for the get rich for sure. I don't need to get rich quick. I want to get rich for sure. So I'm going to go from 4,000 units. How many do you think I should go to? I'm going to go to 40,000 units. This is what I'm going to do, and this is why I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to 40,000 units, and I'm going to get the whole world involved in it. You're either going to invest with me, or you're going to actually help me raise these funds. Okay, so when you see me on social media talking about other stuff, anything that you see me talking about, what I'm doing is building an audience so I can allow people to get in a vehicle to where everybody gets rich. Because let me tell you something, if you want to make happy customers for life, make them money.
If you have a business and are looking for a merger or acquisition, business valuation, or capital to grow your business, whether you're needing private equity, industry-based buyers, or just want to sell your business, Stanton Park Capital will take care of you. With over 18 years of experience, Stanton Park is the best resource for mergers and acquisitions, business valuation, and private equity capital. Learn more and get started right now with StantonParkLLC.com. That's StantonParkLLC.com. Are you ready to tap into the e-commerce revolution? Making $60,000 a day may seem unreal, but there is a proven method you can use to get there. It takes time, it takes dedication, it takes effort, and most of all, it takes resilience. Coach Gianni is now partnered with Gabriel Beltran, and together they are using the Ecom Millionaire formula to help increase your monthly revenue. Using his Ecom Millionaire system, you will sell products online, get step-by-step guidelines on how to market and use Facebook ads, and learn how to make millions with e-commerce. As an official platinum sponsor of the 10X Growth Con, check out themillionairemastermind.com. That's themillionairemastermind.com.
This will be our third fund. It's a $40 million fund. So we're giving people a chance now to say, hey, I want to be involved in big, giant real estate deals that pay money. These are deals that are doing anywhere from 160 to 200% returns. You put $1 million into a deal and you're coming out with $2 to $3 million, but it's going to take 10 years. This is not get rich quick, okay? If you're taking notes, write this down. Don't do the get rich quick, man. Go for the get rich for sure. I don't need to get rich quick. I want to get rich for sure. So I'm going to go from 4,000 units. How many do you think I should go to? I'm going to go to 40,000 units. This is what I'm going to do, and this is why I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to 40,000 units, and I'm going to get the whole world involved in it. You're either going to invest with me, or you're going to actually help me raise these funds. Okay, so when you see me on social media talking about other stuff, anything that you see me talking about, what I'm doing is building an audience so I can allow people to get in a vehicle to where everybody gets rich. Because let me tell you something, if you want to make happy customers for life, make them money.
Hey, Grant Cardone here. Welcome back to Real Estate Investing Made Simple. We do this every Monday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm talking to you today about risk versus stability. How do you get stability? Scale is the ultimate way to get stability. Scale is also the way to actually increase your risk and increase the stability, because you do want risk. You understand? I want risk. I want to be rewarded. For instance, Captain Ryan here had $400,000 in what, 18 units?
21.
Stay with me, man. Stay with me, man. 21 units, okay? He's got to brag about his 21. 3 of them didn't even count. You'd pass by them, wouldn't even notice them, okay? So he had 21 units here. He had 21 units. He sold these 21 units. He owned 100% of those, by the way. And he took his money and he threw his $400,000 into my $8 million. By the way, he did this after I closed my deals, right? I'd already owned the deals. He says, man, I got this 400 grand, man. I said, yeah, throw it in with me, dude. He now only owns 5%. Now, you would think if you went to any business person, dude, are you better off owning 100% or 50% or 5%? Well, Ryan, let's see here. You're better off owning 100% than you are 5, okay? Okay, Ryan, when this deal gets done with, okay, I think Ryan's going to end up somewhere between 1.5 and $2.2 million. And he only owns 5% of the deal. And he had the protection of the 800 units. That's what we do at Cardone Capital, okay? CardoneCapital.com is the website. If you're a qualified investor, if you love real estate, if you have time, I mean, if your money has time, typically the people that make money don't have time, but their money has time. If your money has time and you like the idea of income with the chance of making 2x, 3x, or 4x on your money over time without you doing the work, CardoneCapital.com is the website. We're 75% of the fund, 75% funded, probably closer to 80 right now. And we're going to close this fund down in 30 days. I'd love to have you involved. My twin brother's involved. My sister's involved. My mother-in-law, Ryan, Jared Glant, a bunch of my close friends and customers are involved in the fund. So it's a real deal, straight up. It's great. This $8 million, by the way, Ryan's going to pick up $2 million. I'm going to pick up, what am I making on that deal? $24 million. Okay, it's going to be 3x for me. If I can do that every 3 years, man, one day maybe I'll make it. Oh, by the way, I didn't tell you this. In addition to the profit I'm going to make on the deal, I got paid. On 2 of the 4 deals, every single month since I've owned it. On 3 of the 4 deals for 90% of the time, and for 4 out of the 4 deals for the last 5 months. Now, plus, forgot to tell you this, depreciation on the asset, okay, which means I get to write this off my taxes. I hadn't even paid taxes on the income of the deal. Plus, I forgot to tell you this one. Okay, we're paying down the debt. We're paying down the debt every month, okay? The 58 mil, 50, when I started this deal, I owned 56 or 57 million. I now own 53 million, and I didn't pay the debt down. They did. Plus, I forgot to tell you this one. See, that's real estate, plus, 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 plus. My money was protected the whole time. I could not have gotten that return in the stock market. Only Bitcoin would have done this for me. But Bitcoin wouldn't give me income. Bitcoin wouldn't give me stability. Bitcoin wouldn't give me assurances that I'm going to be all right. And by the way, do you know anybody that's invested $8 million in Bitcoin? I put $8 million in this deal and went to sleep that night and knew I did the right thing. You can't go buy $8 million worth of Bitcoin. By the way, that was my last $8 million. It was my last $8 million when I wrote that check 3 years ago. I'm like, how much money we got? $8 million. I'm going to buy this deal. My wife's like, you're going to put it all in? Yeah, baby. And we're going to sleep fine tonight. You know why? Because it provides stability. It provides income. It provides mass. Because it is what Warren Buffett said. If you know what you're doing, put all your money in that one thing. Let's talk to our 3 callers.
Got Sydney and Houston.
Sydney and Houston. We love Houston. We love Houston. We love the Astros. What's up?
What's up?
Come on, man. You got a deal or you got a question?
I got a question, Uncle G. I'm not going to take up much of your time.
Bring it up, man. Hey, what do you think about those characters from Colleen, man?
Man, it's crazy. It's crazy, man.
Okay. I hope y'all are still listening to me, man. Do you have okay, you got a question or you got a deal? You got a question. What's your question?
All right, so my question is, how do you engage off-market property owners and pitch them to sell their real estate?
Well, I'll tell you, right there in your backyard, what part of Houston you live in?
Right here in Katy.
You live in Katy. You live out there. That's not even Houston, man. That's like Bakersfield, California.
How are you approaching them now?
Honestly, I'm just getting started, so really any advice before I get out there and start running, it'll be great. I mean, I've made a few cold calls here and there. I'll just call them up and ask them if they're interested in selling, and if not, I'll ask them if they have any other properties that they may be willing to sell.
Yeah, but let me ask you this, man. How big a deal is you calling people on?
These are really, right now, I'm just getting into single family, so I haven't really approached multifamily yet. I would like to at some point, but I'm starting off with single family.
Yeah, well then, dude, if you'd like to, then do it.
Okay.
Don't. You don't have to call on single family first, okay? We call the guy that owns 507 units. He's the biggest, he's the top 3, 4 biggest apartment owners in the world. Am I exaggerating, Captain Ryan?
What's that?
You're not listening, man.
I'm sorry, I was reading something else.
Ryan's not in the show, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm with you. I have something for him, too.
Okay. We cold called a guy that owns 507 units. I said, top 3 or 4 real estate owners in the world. Am I correct? Am I exaggerating?
That's right. Nope. 100%.
He took our call. What did I say to him, Ryan? How'd the phone call go?
Want to buy your deal.
I want to buy your deal. I want to overpay for your deal. I know you have debt on the deal. I'm willing to assume the deal or take the debt out. Do whatever it takes. Okay, I bought this many deals. I've had this many. I want to buy your deal,
Close
and I don't
quick.
care if you while we're doing it.
Gotcha.
Bring it on. If you
Okay.
ever wanted to take advantage of somebody, Gino, I would be your guy.
Okay.
I got some money, man, and I need to be in Houston. And we put the deal under contract like, bang, you just tell me what your terms are and I'll give them to you. Whatever you want, I'll give it to you. And we literally gave him whatever he wanted. And that's how we got that deal. Next caller, okay? By the way, folks, you don't have to go small before you go big. What were you reading about? What were you studying there, Ryan?
No.
That had you so distracted?
No, it was just an email. But if he wants to have credibility when he's calling these people, there's two things. Either he could team up with somebody else who has 20 units, 30 units, 100 units. Because when you're calling these people off market, right? They
Yeah.
want to see your track record.
Yeah.
So when I was doing that, I was calling these single family fourplexes. I was always
Yeah.
like, hey, I own 20 units or 18 units, and they took me more serious, right?
Yeah, yeah.
When you don't have any
So
units,
would
you got to team up with somebody.
Should he lie right now? Should he tell people he owns more than he owns?
Borrowed credibility, so he should team up with somebody in his local REIA, and he should actually.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Dominic.
Okay. By the way, Sydney, since you've called me before, we control 4,000 units. So you can tell them, hey, I'm calling on behalf of my boy GC, my Uncle G. He got 4,000 units, man. I'm trying to pick up another 500 for him into Katy land. By the way, we buying Katy, we're buying Houston, we're buying the Galleria, we're buying Sugar Land, we're buying anything and everything Houston. If it's got an H on it, we're going to shoot it in our arm.
All right, you got Dominic
Dominique over in the Gainesville. Let's see if you got some gains.
How are you doing, Uncle G?
Come on, man. Do you have a deal or do you have a question?
I have a question. Actually, I've been following you for a really long time here, and I haven't seen any of your investing stuff. I'm 22 years old, and this is actually extremely shocking.
Oh,
How do I get a part of this?
well, are you a qualified investor? Do you make 200 grand a year?
No.
Then right now you got to sit and wait, man, till I open a fund that allows people that make under 200 grand a year to invest with me.
Wow. Okay.
You could come work with me, though. That's another way. Another way to make money here is to work with me. Captain Ryan's going to make more money off this one decision he made. Check this out. Captain Ryan is a pilot with Delta Airlines. Quits a job. This is balls right here, dude. Quits a job making 125 grand a year for a job that pays him 30,000. True story, folks. Not one exaggeration here. Quits a job that's got
Benefits,
travel,
flight attendants.
chlamydia. I mean, it all comes with this job, okay? Bunch of alcoholics,
That's right.
okay? He's flying. He's got his little wings. Everybody says, yes, Captain. Yes. Oh, Captain, good to see you.
Salute you.
Everybody sends their little kid up to the Delta flight. Can my little 8-year-old put boogers on your chair?
Sit on his lap, son.
Okay. He traded that in for a job that makes 30 grand. He then took his 100% ownership in his property, sold them all. He's like, Grant, what would you do with that? Dude, I'd sell all that stuff. That's nothing. I got my money. I'm making money. I got income. Dude, it's garbage.
The
For a
next
5%.
day, next day, after you told me that, the next day I listed all my deals.
Listed everything, man. Listed everything. I'm not trying to hurt the guy. I'm trying to help the guy.
That's right.
Right? He's going to make $2 million.
Dang.
He would not have made that $2 million at that old job, man, because that opportunity wouldn't have been there. That's why I tell you guys.
15 years.
You guys look for salaries, and you should be looking for opportunities. Your mom and daddy didn't teach you this. Man, what if we'd have just been taught, look for opportunities, look for the right people. Don't look for anything else. You're not looking for a job. You're looking for an opportunity and the right people, right? The running back, what's the running back's name that played for Philadelphia last night? He just killed these guys.
Crushed it.
Huh? No, the running back. No, not Nick Foley's. Not. He was with he played in the Super Bowl last year for New England. New England wanted to cut his fees, wanted to cut his salary. He's like, nah, man, I'm going to go somewhere else. He went to Philadelphia, won another ring this year. 2 in a row. Okay, go ahead, man. What's your question? Because he was looking for opportunity. Go ahead. What's up, Sydney? Tell me what's your question.
How to get started?
How do you get started? Start moving your
how
mouth.
to get started. So, I mean, I see that you're saying all that, but
how do you get started? Dude, you need to start.
About,
you need to start walking deals, walking deals, looking at deals, 20 units, 30 units, 40 units, walking deals. How do you get started, man? How do you get started in anything? You do it. Okay, everybody's like, what's your favorite real estate book? Go look at a piece of property. My favorite real estate book is this: Walk a Piece of Property. And then another piece, and then a third piece, and a fourth piece. You should walk every piece of property. Where's he at? Is he in Gainesville?
Gainesville.
I mean, dude, you could walk the whole damn city in a day. I'd get in my car. I'd know every apartment building in Gainesville in 24 hours. Am I exaggerating, Ron?
Nope.
I guarantee you I could drive every single complex in one day in Gainesville. In one day, what did we drive in Houston, Texas?
6,000.
6,000 units.
Now,
Dude,
LoopNet's a place where you could start looking at some of these smaller multifamily deals.
stupid.
I know it's
That's
garbage.
just ridiculous.
Where would you tell them to start, Grant? What website?
I'd get in your damn car, wherever you live, and I'd start looking at apartments everywhere you go.
All right.
If you're a single dude, you look at women all the time. I mean, if you're heterosexual. You look at them all, the big ones, the little ones, the skinny ones, the short ones. You look at them all. The white, black, Spanish, you look at them. Right? When you're looking, man, you ain't a racist when you look at everything, right? Same thing with apartments, man. You guys need to put the same attention on the apartments, right? You look at the good ones, the bad ones, the little ones, the big ones, everything. You look at everything. In the good neighborhoods, the bad neighborhoods, you look at everything. That's what, when we're driving Houston, when we're driving Tallahassee, when we're driving Orlando, look at that one. Look at that one. Look at that one. Look at that one. We pull in, we drive it, we talk to people. Man, you got to look, man. You got to take your eyeballs. Like in those movies, what do? You got to get some toothpicks, man. Don't wait until you're caught. You got to get your toothpicks open, man. You got to get your... Let's talk
Where's
to
his
the next
goggles?
person.
Get him his goggles. Get him his
Let's talk to the
goggles.
next person. Dude, you guys want to buy a plane? You want to buy a plane? You got to open up your eyes and start looking at planes. You got to do the homework. I didn't hire a broker to go buy my plane. I started talking to people that have planes. Right? I want to buy my plane. I'm not going to hire somebody to do that for me. I need to know what I need to know so I can write the check. Observe. You want to become a great salesman? I'm selling cars. Who got a car? Who got a car? Who need a car? Who got a license? Who got a baby? Who got it? Who got it?
Who got my money?
My eyes are getting dry.
Hi, Jimmy in Ohio.
Jimmy, you got a question or you got a deal?
How you doing, Grant? I got a question, man.
Hit it, man.
First, I just want to say thank you for what you do. I just got turned on to you in April.
Come on, man. You're welling me up, man. You get me all welled up right now, man.
I've learned a lot from you, and I just really appreciate it.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Got a
really.
question. Recently sold my business and our home, and so we're sitting on some cash and need some advice on whether we should invest it, buy another business, or what.
Well, look, I'm going to tell you, number one, the best way to make money is a business. Nothing pays better than a business that pays. So, number one, that's what I would tell you to do. Now, on the other hand, I would tell you, at some point, you and your wife got to get into a business that doesn't require you to do the business.
Exactly.
So, at some point...
We've been in real estate for 25 years. We've had several apartments. We still own 5.
Yeah.
We've flipped houses,
Yeah. So
we both like to work. We're young enough still that we want to work.
Well, dude, I like to work too.
We enjoy.
Yeah, I like to work too. I'm gonna tell you something. You'll actually want to work more if you have some mailbox money coming in.
Totally.
So what is the bit? How much money? How much money are you sitting on?
I got about 120 in a self-directed IRA, and I've got probably around 750 in cash. And we also still own those. We have 5 apartments that are worth about 600, and those are paid for.
Yeah, how many? Was that 5 single units?
It's a duplex and 3 other units.
Yeah. Okay, I'd sell those. You just ask.
I thought about that.
I would sell those. I might go put some debt on them before I sold them, though. I'd sell them as a package, by the way. This is what I would do. I'd go get $400,000 worth of debt on those 5 deals if they can afford that much, and then I would sell them with the debt as a package.
Okay.
The reason I want to do that is because you could take $400,000 out of that. If they're really worth $6 million, you could take $400,000 of debt out of that. I'm gonna show you how to make some money right here. See, this is the kind of stuff I like right here. Okay. He would take his 600,000 units at 5. He would package them. He would go put debt of $400,000. The reason he'd put the debt on them is because the debt is a non-taxable event. He would then sell the package, this package, to somebody else. He could take the $400,000, and how much you got from the business? Have you already paid taxes on the business?
Yeah.
Okay, you still have $750 left over?
Yeah.
Good, and then you have how much from the, you got a self-directed. By the way, all of you out there, they have self-directed IRAs. If it's self-directed, you need to get it into my fund. I would tell every person right now watching this show, if you have self-directed money sitting in an IRA, it's basically ignored money. Get it into my fund, okay? He's got what did he say, 120 there? Okay, now watch what I'm gonna do. Watch what I'm gonna do. I'm definitely gonna get this in the fund in Cardone Capital, or I'm gonna create my own. You have enough money, by the way, that you could create your own, because you got 870 and you have $400,000 up here. Okay? So this is what I would tell him to do. He's got $870,000. If he doesn't do that $400,000, he's still got $870,000. I'd go buy a deal for $3 million. What part of the country you live in?
Ohio. We want to relocate. It's too cold here.
Yeah, dude, you don't want to be up there. I would not put $3 million into Ohio right now.
No way. No way.
Okay, so that brings me to this. Then what you got to do is you got to invest with your brother GC, with your Uncle G. Or you need to find somebody that's buying property, big properties in Orlando, Houston, like anywhere in this southern belt, Sun Belt, where it's warm, where jobs are going to move to. I would also look at states that don't pay taxes. Now, the problem with you doing that is that you don't live down here and you're not looking at deals down here, so you're going to put it off. This is everybody's problem right here. I got a buddy who lives in California. He's like, man, I'd like to buy something in Orlando. I'm buying something in Orlando. Man, I'd like to buy something in Fort Lauderdale or Boca or Tampa or Houston. Yeah, why don't you, dude? I'm buying stuff down here. He lives in California. He's running a business. He's making a lot of money. He does not have time to get on a plane and go look in Houston, to look in Tampa, to look in Florida, to look in Boca. And by the way, you got to look at we look at 100 deals to buy 1 or 2 deals, maybe 3 deals.
Right.
So, dude, I would just tell you, man, I'm going to look to give you a 3x return on that money, okay, in about 5 years. So I'd like to take that $8 million, that $870,000, and turn it into $2.5 million without you doing the work.
One more question.
Yeah.
What do you think about storage units?
I love them.
Into that.
Absolutely love them. Like, listen how white or black I am. Love them. Ask me another question.
Are you buying any?
No. Just because it's not my focus, right? I have to go learn another business model. Doesn't mean I wouldn't, though. I would look at, this is what I would look at. Anything that produces income. Anything I can buy in scale. Like, I don't look at mobile home parks. I got a buddy that buys mobile home parks. I don't do it. He's like, why don't you do it? Because I can't buy them in scale, dude. I need scale, okay? So, and number 3, I would buy office. I would buy storage, and I would buy apartments. Anything that produces income, and I would assume a vacancy rate break-even model to do that. My name's Grant Cardone. This is Real Estate Investing Made Simple. You can listen on iTunes. If you are, by the way, please subscribe to the channel, like it, give me your comments, ask your questions there. If you're on YouTube, please do the same. Let your friends know that real estate investing is being made simple by Grant Cardone and Captain Real Estate Ryan. If you are a qualified investor and you have more than $100,000 liquid, we're going to close out our fund here in the next 25 days or sooner. We have 75% of our fund is sold. completed. Every fund that I've offered, this is my third fund, has oversold. This one will too, I guarantee you, without question. CardoneCapital.com, you can get your PPM. What's it called? PPM and operating agreement. You can register there, CardoneCapital.com. You need to be a qualified investor. You need to have at least $100,000 liquid. You also need to have a good attitude. If you've been involved in lawsuits, if your neighbor doesn't like you, I don't want you. I want nothing to do with you. If you're a negative person, stay away from me. Don't need it. I don't want drama, folks. I want risk and stability. I want my money to grow without the drama. There's enough drama in life. And that's why we invest in income-producing real estate at Cardone Capital. We've opened it up to our friends, our customers, and our family members and people that have a good attitude. Okay, I look forward to you investing with us at Cardone Capital. And I'll see you where? Tomorrow? I'll see you tomorrow on Power Players, Wednesday on G&E Show, Thursday on the Young Hustlers, and Friday in the Cardone Zone. May the stock market collapse, may Bitcoin disappear, and real estate will be the Holy Grail.
This will be our third fund. It's a $40 million fund. So we're giving people a chance now to say, hey, I want to be involved in big, giant real estate deals that pay money. These are deals that are doing anywhere from 160 to 200% returns. You put $1 million into a deal and you're coming out with $2 to $3 million, but it's going to take 10 years. This is not get rich quick, okay? If you're taking notes, write this down. Don't do the get rich quick, man. Go for the get rich for sure. I don't need to get rich quick. I want to get rich for sure. So I'm going to go from 4,000 units. How many do you think I should go to? I'm going to go to 40,000 units. This is what I'm going to do, and this is why I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to 40,000 units, and I'm going to get the whole world involved in it. You're either going to invest with me, or you're going to actually help me raise these funds. Okay, so when you see me on social media talking about other stuff, anything that you see me talking about, what I'm doing is building an audience so I can allow people to get in a vehicle to where everybody gets rich. Because let me tell you something, if you want to make happy customers for life, make them money.